You're in a hole, stop digging. But what if the only way out is to borrow a bigger shovel? Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we make sense of what's happening in Papua New Guinea. Today, we're talking money, big money. We're talking loans, international banks, and something that just happened again. Papua New Guinea just accepted another loan from the IMF. And yep, that means more borrowing from the world's financial doctor. But hang on, what does that actually mean for you, me, and the country? Why does PNG keep going back for more loans? Are we addicted, or is this actually smart? Let's break it all down. Simple and casual. Who is the IMF, and why is PNG involved? Alright, first, who is this IMF? The International Monetary Fund, or IMF, is kind of like the world's emergency bank. Imagine your cousin who's always broke keeps going to the one uncle who has money. That uncle is the IMF. They lend cash to countries when times are hard, but with conditions. On June 13th, 2025, the IMF said, "Okay, PNG, we've reviewed your economic performance and you're doing well enough. So we're sending you another chunk of money." How much? Just over $200 million more. That brings PNG's total IMF support to over $655 million. This isn't pocket change, it's a massive injection of foreign cash into the economy. But here's the thing, it's not free, it's a loan, and loans have strings. What are these loans for? So what exactly are these loans for? Is the government just spending it on flashy cars and airfares? Actually, no, at least not officially. PNG is borrowing under two big programs. One, ECFFF. That's short for the Extended Credit Facility and Extended Fund Facility. These are to help PNG fix foreign exchange shortages. That's the Kina versus dollar problem. Manage our budget better and break down big walls in our economy that stop normal people from growing their small businesses or finding jobs. 2. ISF. This one's newer, called the Resilience and Sustainability Facility. It's all about long-term stuff like climate change, because rising sea levels, floods, and extreme weather actually mess with the economies too. Think of it like this. The ECF/EFF is like buying medicine for a sick patient. The RSF is like getting health insurance, so you don't keep getting sick every year. How's PNG doing, really? Okay. But how are we doing with all this money? Good news first. Our economy is expected to grow by 4.7% in 2025, which is actually impressive. Inflation, that's the price of goods going up, is under control around 4.8%, which is manageable. And there's been progress fixing the foreign exchange problem. You might have noticed it's a little easier to get US dollars these days. So yes, we're seeing some benefits, but here's the not so great news. PNG is still carrying a heavy debt load. More than 50% of our GDP fudge. Our foreign debt is rising, projected to hit 30% of GDP by 2026. And we're still vulnerable to all kinds of shocks, natural disasters, falling commodity prices, political instability, you name it. It's like we're sailing in a canoe that's finally moving faster. But the storm clouds are still out there. What does the IMF want Papua to do next? So the IMF gave us more cash, but they also gave us homework. They said, keep fixing your budget, cut waste and improve how you collect taxes. Modernize how the Bank of PNG works. Make sure the Kina actually reflects its real value. Make government spending more efficient. Spend on schools and hospitals, not on fancy offices. Clean up corruption, especially in state-owned enterprises and government tenders. They even mentioned the Independent Commission Against Corruption, saying we need to fully fund it and get its oversight team running. Imagine that. International lenders telling us to fix our law and order. So, is this good or bad for PNG? Alright, time for the big question. Is another loan a smart move? Or are we just digging a deeper hole? Here's the honest truth. If used wisely, these loans can stabilise our economy, help build infrastructure, and prepare us for climate risks. They can boost investor confidence and help us attract more foreign business. But if mismanaged, the loans just become a debt trap. And our children will be paying off debts for things they never benefited from. So it's a balancing act. We need support to grow, but we also must hold leaders accountable for how this money is used. Let's end where we started. With that quote, when you're in a hole, stop digging. But maybe, if you borrow the right shovel and use it properly, you can actually climb out. What do you think? Is PNG making the right call with this loan? Are we finally heading in the right direction? Or is this more of the same? Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Catch you in the next video. Cheers.